Highland will have the honor of getting us started. And off we go from Cleveland. Samuel now to return it. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end left. First play, he's going to throw. Purdy escapes the pocket. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Motion man sent left. Back to the air on second. Purdy. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That was Terry McLaurin on the target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. The Giants are set to punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That goes as a punt of 43 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. 1st and 10 from the 41. Beginning on the ground with Algier. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the right and reeled in by Downs. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Catch is made down the right sideline. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun is Purdy. He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And he's out all the way inside the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. The 50. 30. The 10. Takes this one back for the pick 6. On his Chad Ryland for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw, Mahomes. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Trying to run in, Algier. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Again, it's Algier. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They stick with McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense in the hurry up here. On 3rd down, Purdy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. The rookie from Georgia has it. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Another score here in this first quarter, Brock, as they continue dominating in this opening frame.
You know what I love here, Kate? This defense is seizing on a sputtering opponent, and they're actively trying not just to defend the lead, but to add to it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns push their lead to 21-0 already. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. This, our last play of the quarter. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Another try following the sack. Andrews with the catch. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
5 men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Browns, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So that brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. On target to Downs. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Badgley able to knock it through. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Trying again following the sack. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Purdy to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're going for this. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants will have a first down. Now it's Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. This is ahead for about 5. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Here's 2nd and 5. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Purdy throwing here. That's caught for the first. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Giants chop some of the lead off before the half. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. From his own end zone, here we go. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
They motion the tight end over.
Right side.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Launches one deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Catch made left side by McConkey. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 now from the 30.
All right. 15. Right side.
Here's Mahomes. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
connect on first. It's second down. Another throw for Mahomes. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Third down, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He'll get it at the 9. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Giants are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 29. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun is Purdy. He's on the move. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for him at the 38. To throw again, it's Purdy. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Man in motion here. Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, Purdy. He's trying to go deep again. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Now it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's Algier on first down. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, yellow, hey, go going. Return.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. This finds Likely. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Right. 43. Return.
Now a give left side to Algier. And they'll hold him up after a short carry to the 44. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
It's 4th down.
Mahomes to throw for it. That's cut beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th.
So close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Pistol now for Mahomes. Into the hands of Likely. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Again, Mahomes to throw. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns throw the lead coming out of halftime. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. Pressure off left, and it's blocked. Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Purdy throwing here on 1st. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And now they face 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Into the hands of Romeo Doubs. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Purdy setting up that play action. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a New York touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Giants drop the lead back to 13. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Far side.
Off play action. It's Mahomes. That throw behind his intended target.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Far side.
Now a handoff to Algier. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Hauled in by Downs. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 3 quarters in the books from this. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Yellow. Far side.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Motioning the tight end now. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Yellow. Side.
Throwing again, Mahomes. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Right. Right side. Right side.
Back to the air, Mahomes. He finds McConkey. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Yellow. Attack. Right side.
From the red zone now. Complete out to the right side. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. They go again with Algier. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Now it's second and goal from the 1.
Yellow.
Gonna keep this one and go. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for third down.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Yellow, yellow. Right side.
Here is Algier, and he's in for the touchdown. The Browns stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Chased out to his right. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
Well, maybe some second guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Andrews with the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here's 2nd and 5. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Third and short. Here's Purdy. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. To throw again, it's Purdy. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Here's a handoff for Algier. And he's taken down on a short run that gets inside the 35. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Yellow. Yellow, yellow. Hero 15.
Algier with another carry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns nearing their first win of the season. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Shaq Thompson. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And they get a touchdown. Defense scores and gives them some small hope here. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants trim the deficit down to 5. Down a score, less than 45 seconds left. They know they need to get this back. And the Browns are on that one. So that should just about do it here. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running left with Algier. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Finds McConkey. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns push the lead up to 12. Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants trim the deficit down to 5. So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And the Browns are on that one. So that should just about do it here. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
Back to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Yellow. Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
He'll look to throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
This a very important field goal for Chad Ryland. From the right hash, 55 yards out. This one's not looking good, and it won't be. Short and too far left. So the Browns come away with the win. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.